Hi everyone, welcome to the Cleo Kila podcast. Today's episode is about phone addiction. I'm going to be your host, Leo, with
Hello, I'm Andrea, your co host for this episode, and today we have some interesting guests. I have Carla and Stephanie next to me.
Hi.
and we have more guests who are Belen, Agustina, and Alejandra.
Hi everyone.
Hello. Hello.
So, have any of you ever considered yourself addicted to your phone? Because, sometimes I don't think the amount of time I spend on my phone is right.
Yeah, I don't think I'm addicted to my phone. Like, from the moment I wake up, I look for my phone and go on social media, mostly TikTok, because the videos are short and entertaining most of the time. And I don't have like to commit to a long video like YouTube or a movie on Netflix.
Um, I also prefer watching TikTok than YouTube because long videos make me feel drained. Like since TikTok, I can watch more than 15 minutes videos straight. Like I have to pause at some point the video and do something else on my phone. Does this happen to you, Alejandra?
Not really, but when I'm eating, I have to watch something on my phone or I get bored easily.
I actually don't consider myself addicted to my phone, as sometimes at school or at home and I lose my phone. Some people will start looking for the phones immediately, but I don't even search for it sometimes, and I just wait to see where I left it.
After listening all this, I'm actually surprised. I thought more people would be addicted to video games rather than their phones. But I guess phones are more addictive.
I didn't tell before, but I'm actually addicted to video games. Sometimes I don't even do my homework because I want to win the game. And I until game I can't leave the game.
So, how much time do you think you spend gaming in a day?
Depending on the weekdays or weekend. Because on weekends I spend probably 12 or more hours gaming. And on weekdays I think 5 hours daily.
Wow, that's a lot of time. But I can't judge you because I think I'd spend the same amount of time or more on social media because of how addictive it is.
I think I spend the time playing as her or maybe a little less when I am occupied.
I do like gaming a lot, but I spend like way less time playing than Leo and Stephanie. Some weekdays I don't even play because they are so time consuming. But on weekends, when I'm free, I play till I'm tired.
I think games, as they have a lot of levels, most of the time is very entertaining, and you don't get bored that fast.
But Leo, if you think about it, social media it's the same. In TikTok, you can scroll for hours and hours and videos won't stop coming up. And in Instagram, it's the same, like in Explore page, there is immeasurable posts based on your likes, and you can keep scrolling and scrolling for hours. What do you think of this, Carla?
As someone who spends a lot of time scrolling on social media, you usually don't get bored as there is a lot of content on the internet and a variety of topics for everyone to choose one of their likes.
as we spend a lot of time scrolling and don't even notice all the time we consume on social media or on streaming apps. It shouldn't be that normalized to get addicted to your phones.
Or the screen time of our laptops or mobiles is higher than recommended. That is 2 to 4 hours per day for recreational use, and if you work with your phone, that is highly doubtful, is 8 hours per day.
So now that we're talking about the recommended time of our screen time, what is your average screen time per day?
In my laptop, that is the device that I use more, my screen average is 9 with 14 minutes per day. Let me explain. I also do my homework in my laptop, so that time counts, and the rest is gaming. What is your Belen?
My screen time average is similar to Stephanie's. Mine is 8 hours with 33 minutes. I study, play, and watch Netflix or YouTube with my laptop, so I think my screen time is okay. I really want to know Agustina's screen time, since she spends a lot of time on TikTok in class.
I spend like 6 hours on TikTok daily because I don't realize how fast the time passes on TikTok as the videos are short. So my screen time is 11 hours per day. I also like FaceTiming a lot, so that is a big part of my screen time. Because if it was normal, all the screen time wouldn't count.
I think my screen time isn't that bad because of the weekdays. I don't spend that much time in my house, and I'm busy most of the day. My screen time is 4 hours with 46 minutes per day, but on the weekends this changes as I have more free time, so my usual screen time on weekends is 8 or 10 hours.
I don't think it is that bad, your screen time, but what is bad is normalizing spending all this time in front of a screen. I was wanting to be the last to tell my screen time because I'm not really that proud of it. So we're going with Carla to tell us her screen time.
I was also avoiding this question a little. So my screen time is 10 hours with 49 minutes per day. It's a little high, I know, but I also know people with higher screen times, so that makes me feel like a little less bad.
Hmm. Someone has been hiding to answer this question too. Alejandra, I'm curious to know what your screen time is.
So, as I mentioned before, I watch a lot of content on streaming services because I get bored easily, especially when I'm not moving a lot. On most using app is Netflix, and my screen time is 11 hours with 7 minutes per day. I honestly thought it would be more. I'm happy that it's more.
And the time we have been waiting Andrea to tell us her mysterious screen time.
So my screen time isn't that mysterious. Per day, it is 10 hours with 57 minutes. I know it's not the highest today, but depending on the week and how much I procrastinate, it varies between 10 to 12 hours per day. I guess I haven't procrastinated that much this week. It's good, right? Because sometimes I feel like my phone literally consumes all my energy and attention. Like I can't get out of my phone because what if the next TikTok is super funny or has some cool recipe or some fun fact that I want to know if it wasn't for TikTok?
I thought your screen time would be higher with all the drama and waiting you were creating. But I agree with you. Devices, whether we are playing video games or scrolling on social media, it slowly consumes a big part of our days. And our screen addiction becomes bigger and bigger every day.
I am completely in agreement with you guys about how our screens consumes us, and even though I think I'm the least addicted to phones or laptops, these devices are a fundamental part of our days, and we have to learn how to control these addictions before it becomes a huge problem.
I have tried apps limit to lower the time I spend on TikTok and Instagram, but I ended up borrowing someone's phone or laptop to keep scrolling on social media. And I have wanted to stop using social media. I even uninstalled TikTok, but I couldn't resist being bored, so I downloaded it again. Like, these apps nowadays are created to have us dependent on them.
Like last year, I remember a rumor of TikTok shutting down in the United States, and it was a lot of chaos being on social media then. Like Americans were going crazy over this possibly happening.
What if we suggest things to stop or to lower our phone addiction? Let's start with Stephanie.
I think charging your phones far from your bed is good idea because as Carla mentioned it early, when she wakes up, she immediately grabs her phone. But it is far from where waking up, she will start lowering her screen time and start reprogramming her brain that it doesn't need all the time.
I have another suggestion. We could not use our cell phones for one day of the week. And do something we like or to go to do an outdoor activity, like a picnic or something unusual that being at home all day.
I think that's a little harder, and we could start setting aside our phone for some hours, one specific date, and progressively start raising the number of hours being away from our phones. And with time, that will make a day without using our phones.
I think taking distracting apps off our home screen is a good idea because when we are bored in our cell phones, sometimes we go check the weather, then to Facebook, and then to TikTok. And most of the time, it is unconscious behavior because we get distracted with all the apps we have in our phone.
I think the suggestions are quite good and can help us and you listeners with our screen addictions. This has been everything for today's episode. Hope to see you next time in Cleoquila. Bye bye.
Bye
Bye.
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 Ya pueden.
Hi everyone.
Bueno, comienza, igual lo tengo que cortar, ¿sabes?
Sí, yo sé, yo sé.
Apura, apura.